when coffee was introduced in Uganda in the early 90s, we were zoned out that coffee cannot grow in our area.
For so many years, farmers in northern Uganda had known mainly few traditional crops. These included maize, beans, simsim and soya beans, among others. From these, they always struggled to make a living. The rise of coffee is changing this trend. Farmers are now staring at a future brighter than the past and a current filled with hope. Alan Okello, a former commissioner of Uganda prisons, is one example of such hope.
They gave me 25 kilograms of coffee seeds, and I raised the seedling myself, and others I sold away, others I retained. I planted all this. When I saw these things were coming very well, I became very happy.
Trees are planted alongside the coffee for protection from the dry spell. Sustainable methods are used to ensure a healthy planet for generations to come.
When we were starting, there were very few. I think my first harvest from this garden, we got about, I think I got about 3 bags at the beginning. But the following year, I got 9 bags. Then by the time we were reaching the 3rd year in harvest, we had gone up to 15 bags. So you can see, gradually as you continue, it continues also growing.
This is not happening without challenges. Pests, diseases and droughts are becoming a setback.
There's a kind of, some insects come and bore the berries. They bore away the berries, but when we saw it, I brought in I got in touch with the Gulu University, the Department of Agriculture. And they came here and they are my regular visitors. They come and give me very good professional advice. And that's how we overcame the challenges of pests.
This other initiative involves use of ethanol, so we have now initiated use of our local wareji into those bottles. But it is so effective because my plantation was heavily infested in the last 6 months. But when I started using it, I've seen drastic reduction in infestation, and I'm so impressed.
Challenge I'm getting, this pest, which is affecting time and again. Buying drugs or insecticide for spraying. Okay, it is there, but the price is not easy.
Farmers like Lillian Agwang are in the process of expanding their ventures.
I've planted 200 seedlings, and the way I'm managing it, pouring water. After every 2 days, I pick water, I pour. That's why it is at least trying. I try to bring it up, but I wish I would not pour water, anything I would write all.
From the seeds to the cup, the sweetness of coffee success is being tested by these farmers.
When I retire, I have a fallback position. Because if you retire and you don't have a fallback position, I think we have seen from our parents, we have seen from our forefathers, many people have retired, but still they come back home and they get redundant.
So for me, I prefer coffee because you put it once, forever. The only you can just protect it, spray it, keep it, just being around, because coffee is not so easy. If you move far, you're going to get suckers there, pests there.
The high demand for coffee has maintained the crop as the leading foreign exchange earner for Uganda. For northern Uganda, which is recovering from the effects of war, it is timely that the crop is promoted for wealth creation.
The national drive is to increase the production of coffee, and northern Uganda has been identified as the potential, has a very good potential for growing a lot of coffee, especially in Gulu and Amuru.
This explains the reasons for the ongoing Presidential Chief Executive Officers Forum.
Northern Uganda, having been where it was in the insurgents in the past years, is now ready. And the districts in Northern Uganda took the challenge to transform their societies from insurgents to production.
Leaders from the northern region are welcoming the creativity.
In the past, our people used not to grow coffee, but I'm happy that personally I have tested. I've started by planting about 3-4 acres of coffee, and it is doing well. Only that we have problems during the dry spell of the season, towards November, December to March.
From Arua to Gulu and Lira to Moroto, Northern Uganda is made up of 4 sub-regions, including West Nile, Acholi, Lango and Karamoja. Having these regions embrace coffee farming, besides other crops, remains top on the menu of the ongoing Presidential CEO Forum.
So I am happy that the myths that used to be that coffee does not do well in Northern Uganda, we are actually trying to disapprove those people who are saying that coffee does not do well in Northern Uganda.
The 5th biannual Presidential CEO Forum is being held under the theme Battle to Greenfield, transforming Northern Uganda into a commercialized production and logistical hub for export. Henry Okrut, UBC.